Get ready.
Hello YouTube, and welcome to my playlist, A Beginner's Guide to RPG Maker MV. In this video it's just a quick tutorial showing you the overview of the editor and what you'll be presented with when you first load it up. It'll look like this, and to get started you can click on File, click on New Project, give the project a name. You can't really rename this after you've named it, so it's better to get a memorable name. We'll call it My First Game. I'll give your game a name. We'll call it Bad Motherfucker, or something like that. Then you choose the location where you want it to be saved to. I've chosen Users, Documents, Bad Apple Games, RPG Maker. Then you click OK. Give it a second to do its thing, loading all the assets, tile sets, sounds, music, battle backs, parallaxes, all that sort of thing. Then when it's loaded up, you'll be presented with this. This is a map. And what you've got, you can click on here to create a new project. Open a project here where the mouse icon is. Save a project. This, if you click on that, this is in the next tutorial I'll be covering. You can click on A, B or C for your tile sets. So we could say highlight that, then since it's on square we can just paste it in there like so. And this is for your events. You click on that, it now becomes gridded. You can double click on there and open up an event window. Might look a bit daunting, but don't worry about it, we'll get into it in future tutorials. You'll be spending a lot of time in the events window. This is to zoom in on your map. That's to zoom out. You can hold down Control and use the scroll wheel on your mouse to do the same thing. This is the configuration database. You click on that, and here you can make new actors, make new classes, or use the ones that are built in like hero, warrior, mage, and you can do the advancements in HP, magical points, attack, defense, magical attack, magical defense, agility, and luck. Then you got skills. You've got some basic skills here. You can create your own skills like summons, create your own items, create weapons, create armors, create enemies. And troops are basically, if you're having random encounters, you create an enemy first, then you put them in here by clicking on say Minotaur, going to add, and then you program it in to use troops. I'll show that in a later video. Then you got states like immortal, poison, blind, silence, confusion, fascination, and sleep. Animation, so if you're not sure what animation you're selecting when you're creating new skills or stuff like that, you've got a preview window here. So if we have a look at say Darkness All 3, click on it, then click play down here. Click another one, Light All 3. And if you like the animation, you just remember the name and you select it. Tile sets. You can choose different tile sets. And you click on a corresponding D, you can choose a different tile set to be allocated to that. What I will say, you can only have so many tile sets per map, and these are the ones you categorized. So if you ever get a tile sheet that says A1, their animation, they go inside, or if it says B1 or C1 or D1, you want to put it in the A1 category, and if it says A2, D2, C2, B2, and so on and so forth, put in the A2, then the A3. Make sure the A2, B2, C2, D2, whatever you got that says 2, go in ground, and the A3 buildings go in there, it says ground animation. So if you put it in anywhere else, it won't animate. And the ground lets it know that it can cast shadows when you put the right corresponding tile sets into walls and on ground. Normal just for normal things, and you've got 4 different categories for more tile sets. Then you've got common events, where you can do mass events that repeat quite a bit, so you can do it in your common events and get it to trigger from here if you're going to do an event more than once or twice. It's quite a common event, instead of repeating it all the time. System, where you can choose your starting party. You can delete them just like that, so we can just delete those three, and we start with Harold. And click on actors, Harold. We can give him a name like Bent Twat. Then click apply. And we'll go back into system, and it's called Bent Twat. And my game's called Bad Motherfucker. Up here where it says game title, you can change your game title anytime you want. I ain't no good at this. And these are your vehicle images. You've got a boat which goes in shallow water, a ship which goes in shallow water and deep water, and an airship which flies over all obstacles. And if you've got an animation tile shape, you can double click on it and change it, so you don't have to have this airship. You could have this one if you like, so you can click there, and now that airship comes activated. Here you've got the title. This is the title that plays in the game. You can double click on it and change it to a different song, or if you've loaded in a custom made sound into your folder, into your background music folder, it'll appear in this list, and you just select it from in here. You've got volume here, you've got the pitch, so you can go up in pitch or down in pitch. You can pan left or right, and also you've got the volume, like I said. You can change all the different music in here for game over, defeat, what happens when the sound, when it's been defeated, the victory, battle, the ship, when you're in the ship, airship. You can change different sounds for the cursor, OK, maneuver, cancel, buzzer, equip, so on and so forth. And you can change the different attack motions here. And you can, if you uncheck some of these commands won't be available in the menu. So say you didn't want status, you can just click on that and it won't show up in the menu. Say, or you didn't want status formation. There you go. You've got starting position here, you click on that. And you double click somewhere on your map, and that's where it'll start the game from. Boat, this is, you can set a position to start the boat from. Same with the ship and the airship. Title screen, if you want a different title screen, you can click on this, and we can click, say, Devil, and we'll have Medieval. There's only two options there. We'll click that, and if you've already got custom made image that's got the title on the actual picture and you don't want it to draw the game title, just uncheck that and it won't put on the I ain't no good at this if you've already got that on a picture. You don't want it twice, so you might not want, if you don't want the game title on, uncheck that. Then you've got types, where you can add different ones by changing maximum. Then you click on 10 or whatever number you want, then you get extra space. Then you can add a new element, add different skill type, like magic, special, maybe overkill or summon or something like that. Then different weapon types, you can have armor types and equipment types. Then onto terms, you can change it, you can customize it however you want. So for level, you can have it saying whatever you want. If you type it in there like bitch, it'd now be called bitch, but we won't call it that. Same with max HP, it's called max HP, but you can change it to whatever you want. Or you could change guard to say like defend. And skill to summon. You always hit apply. And you can change the messages what reads out here by double clicking on it and typing in something. If you want to do it, if you want to start the game somewhere without going into the menu, you can right click, as long as you're in event mode, which is this joystick looking tab up here. Right click, go to start, set starting position, and click on player. And that's where the player will start from. There's our boat, but it won't do anything because it's not on water. And when you paste in a tile down, make sure you're in this mode. What you can do, if you right click on a tile, it'll copy that into memory, so then you can just paste it down by left clicking. So if we right click here, there you go, and then we can paste it down. It's just quicker doing that way than referring to the tile sheet. So we do that. What you can do, pencil, big click on there, pencil, just put it down like this, So if we do that one, pencil, do that, square, we'll put them all down in like a square or a rectangle. A circle, we'll do a circle. And flood fill, we'll fill up the entire map. Shadow pen, we'll put shadows around it, around the tile. Do flood fill. Then we get our custom map. We'll click on this one and we'll do that. Over here, if you look at the database, you've got the plugin manager. This is where you install new plugins. It comes with Community Basic and Made with MV. If you don't want the Made with MV splash screen on, just right click and go to turn off. Double click on one of these lines, and if you've got something installed in your game directory where you saved the game to when you clicked on new project, under the JS folder, JavaScript, and under plugins, you put them in there, your plugins, and they show up in here, and then you can just look for them and click on it, tell you a little bit about it, and then you usually be parameters in there. You click OK, click apply, and it'll be in there. This is just sounds in the game. This BGM means background music, and BGS means background sounds, M means musical effects, and SE means sound effects. And you can change the volume, the pitch, whether it's for playing back for demonstration purposes, to see, to get an idea what you might want to use for when you're visually scripting. Don't worry about event searcher, that just searches for events. Resource manager, don't need to get into that. This one's quite useful. This is character generator, and then here you can make your own characters, but this is going to be a separate tutorial on character generator, and this is how you play. You click on that, it asks you to save it, you want to say yes, then it'll start, and this is the actual, it says it there, I ain't no good at this, and that's the screen we chose from the system, and it configuration database. Click on new game. I can see it's very boring at the minute, very bland, but now you can run around and there's not 4 characters, we only chose 1 starting party. So we've only got 1 character called Motherfucker or Bentswat. Don't worry about these are additional plugins that I've downloaded, downloadable content. You won't have these unless you've bought the downloadable content. There's window maker, tile set generator, and cutscene editor. But you won't have them unless you've downloaded the content for them. And they cost money. But if you go to g2a.com, you can pick them up for a few dollars. But we'll be doing a tutorial on them as well. And down here you got your maps. That's this URL directory. You got map. Why, if you press space if you're highlighting something, always goes to edit mode, because if you double click on that it won't do anything. If you press space it'll bring up the edit window. We can give our map a name like Dirt Track. That's just to reference it to, so you know what it's called. Display name, that will come up in the top left corner. If we call it my location, the tile set this map's going to be able to use, you click on that, you can use 1 tile set per map, so it's best to fill up your tile sets. So we'll click on outside. We don't want overworld, we probably want SF outside. The width and the height is how big the map will be, how many units. So if we choose the width to say something like 30 and the height to be 21, don't worry about the scroll type. Encounter steps, if you've got stuff in here, the troops, so if we put a Minotaur in there, and if we put say a bat and we increase the weight, what that does is now we're more likely to encounter bats than Minotaurs because it's a higher weight. So we're more likely to get the bats more often because it's a higher number than the 5. The higher the number, the more likely they are to encounter that, as opposed to lower numbers in troops. The troops are just for random encounters, and it's encounter steps is how many steps will roughly take before you get into a battle. I recommend for smaller areas, have it on no less than 60, and for our larger areas, have it on 90 plus. We'll just put it on 50 for now, so you can see what 50 looks. We'll put it on 60, so you can see what 60 looks like in a minute. You can autoplay background music, so you can click on that for your map and choose one of these. We'll choose that. We'll up the volume. We'll down the pitch a little bit. That's okay, and we'll also do background sound. We'll do a city. We'll click OK. We'll stop that. You can specify a battle back, the actual background image that'll be in the battle. So we can go to, that looks good, Dirt 1, and like that. And if you click disable dashing, that means the character can't escape from the fight, so we'll leave that off. Don't worry about parallax for now, there'll be a separate tutorial on that and notes. So now if you click OK, as you can see, if you just scroll out, we've got, if we was to leave this checkerboard, it'd be black in screen, this translucent. What we'll do, we'll click on that, we'll right click to get that tile, and we'll just select everything. Now if we play it, can you see it's got with my location? And then if we walk around for a little bit, we'll get into a battle. Set to 60 steps or 50 steps, something like that. We've just got into a battle. See, that's quite quick, so you do want to set to about 90, because you don't want to bother the player by constantly out of battle, because the players want to explore. Battle mode and Minotaur mode. You can fight, or attack, or aim. This is kind of boring, battle mode plugin, quite static. What you want to do, if you don't like that front view, which most people don't, most people go for this. If you go back into your database configuration panel, come to system, then click on this one up on the options, look, use side view battle. You can add more skill types there. We've got magic and special, and where this is currency G, you can change that to whatever you want. We'll call ours credits. Remember to use side view battle, click apply, and now this is much better. Although I recommend getting some plugins, I'll be doing more tutorials on plugins, how to get the animated characters in your game rather than just static images. So now when we get into a battle, usually it's the site, you'll be able to see the character rather than just looking at the enemy. There'll be the side view, there you go, like that. You can position these under the troop section, so you can move them back a bit. Then swap, you can escape or just fight. You do magic, you've got spark and heal. That 5 next to it means how much magic points it takes. I've got 90. If you use spark, you take 5 off. Spark. So on and so forth. And that's it for the basic introduction. YouTube, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Sorry it went on for a bit longer than I expected it to. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. I always welcome you supporters. Lovely. Until next time, YouTube, look after yourselves, stay safe. This is Bad Apple Gainer, and I'm signing out.
Get ready.